Testing, testing. 1, 2. Testing, 1, 2, 3. I've got 2 lines on here. Can you hear that at all? Testing, 1, 2. Alessio Carocci. Just testing, Alessio. I didn't even see it.
That's why it's when I did Metro 3-1. I was going to do Modbury 3.
On the Modbury one? We all good?
I was going to do Modbury 3-2, but I started seeing that.
I can adjust it. I'll put my other headphones in after and adjust it. Yeah, I can hear myself. Oh, just the other one. As long as Jaden's bought good stuff, we should be right. Not the cheap stuff up here. Just blame Seb now, don't you? You just blame Seb now. Nah, all good. We can hear each other.
It's never too late to improve your strength, balance, well-being and independence. Our Strength for Life program encourages all older South Australians to start moving and enjoy an active lifestyle, make friends, build strength and inevitably age well. Strength for Life sessions are offered in almost 100 locations across South Australia, with new sites opening all the time. Check out the COTA SA website to find your nearest location.
Strength for Life is an individualised program which is delivered in a group setting. We aim to keep older South Australians connected with their community, preventing social isolation and also keeping their bodies strong, flexible, managing falls and keeping them engaged. We're super excited to be partnering with Football SA at this state-of-the-art location. It's a beautiful venue. It will really benefit the local community through the Northfield and Jepps Cross surrounding areas to be able to access Strength for Life. And together we are working to improve everyone's futures.
Croatia Raiders time.
Right out, goes top corner and is in.
A captain's contribution for Luke Klimek.
Ridden in the stars for Nicholas Foucault.
Oh my God! That's another one for Modbury Jets.
It's Fabian Barbiero.
Your NPL champions, Adelaide United. Good evening and welcome to Smith Partners Stadium for round 15 action here in the men's RAA MPL South Australia between home side Modbury Jets and the visiting MetroStars. I'm your commentator Connie Kimitsis, and as we now take a look at the starting lineups for both these sides, we'll start with the home team Modbury Jets. In goal, number 1 Ryan Neild, number 2 Paul Wilson, number 5 Matthew Mullen, number 8 Darsim Shaxi, number 9 Hamish McCabe, number 10, Jesse Francesca, the captain. Number 11, Francesco Shimitzi. Number 13, Daniel DeTroyer. Number 15, Giuseppe Makeda. Number 23, Dion Kirk. And number 27, Jock Wall. Head coach of the Modbury Jets, Morris Natali. We move on to the visiting MetroStars. Number 2, Matthew Jones. Number 4, Noah McNamara. Number 7, Hamish Gow. Number 8, Christian Satira. Number 11, Cameron Woodfin. Number 14, Eduardo Castaneda. Number 22, the captain, Jackson Walls. Number 23, Scott Nagel. Number 25, Michael Cittadini. Number 26, Ren Nagamatsu. And goalkeeper, number 50, Cody Ostrich. Head coach of the MetroStars, Danny Graystow. Referees for this match tonight, Curtis Wordsworth, assistant referee Nick Elligan, and assistant referee number 2, Jaden Betterman. Joining me for this intriguing top-of-the-table clash tonight, Alessio Carocci. Alessio, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good, Connie. It's a fantastic night to be here. The rain's held off just for the time being, but it's not too chilly either, so I reckon the game's going to heat it up for us.
Yes, I'm glad that rain has gone, Alessio, but this game's much anticipated. It's first versus second, 1 goal and 1 point between these two teams. Modbury Jets have got 34 goals and 19 against. Metro 35 and 19 against. So Modbury obviously top on points, but MetroStars having that extra goal helps them out.
Yeah, got a bit of a delay here. Still waiting for the players. I reckon I heard the referees blow their whistle, but neither of them have emerged. So might have a little bit of delay to this kickoff time of 7:30.
Might have to fill in time. We can go back. We can reminisce on what a few results last year between these two teams. Obviously, they played each other 4 times, so twice in the final series and twice before that during the season. I wasn't at any of those games, so I can't really fill anyone in apart from the stats that they show us. But if we look back to round 11 last year, MetroStars touched up Modbury Jets in that game. They won 5-1. They also won the round 22 encounter 1-0. And then the final series, Modbury Jets 2-1 up into the 94th minute here last year, and they ended up losing that game 3-2. So everyone thought, yep, that MetroStars were going to win at home and go through to that grand final. But as we all know, Modbury Jets that night, 3-0 away win in that second leg. And they made the grand final, which they unfortunately lost last year, but they've been in some good form this year, haven't they?
Yeah, they definitely have. They've started the year as they finished it off last year, besides barring that grand final. But they've been a side in form in the last couple of seasons. We just mentioned during the week, last week, that they made the Federation Cup finals. That's the 3rd team final in the last 2 years, which is a big achievement for a team who's only recently been promoted in the last 2 seasons. So they've really been batting above their average, and the players they have and the coach they have has just been able to stay together and implement the right players as new signings, and the form just continues. And you can see as well, sure, from the camera as well, the crowd's building up here as well. They've got a lot of support here from the home fans as well, and it seems to be pushing them on, and more successes in the future. I was here in those 2 final series games, especially the one at this ground, which was one of the most intriguing ones. But yeah, even that 2-leg series in general just had a lot of back and forth from both teams, and goals in the last minute. A couple of the youngsters that are still on the bench today. Obviously, we're missing Temelkovsky here and Austin Ayubi, who played major parts in those 2 games. But obviously, we've got some new players and some players in fine form as well. Both the attackers of these 2 sides, Nagamatsu and Schmitzi, top of the league in the scoring chart. So definitely going to see goals tonight, Connie. Let's
have a chat about Ren Nagamatsu while we wait. How good of a pickup has he been for MetroStars? 14, 15 goals this season. Not a bad return for someone that they... obviously had Temelkovsky last year, so they would be very happy with that. You've obviously called a few games. We've actually called a couple together, but his ability to turn something into nothing is quite extreme, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, he's been here for about 2 or 3 years now, Ren Nagamatsu, and he obviously came in the, 2022 season and scored a couple headers. I think he might have got 8 goals in the league that season. And then last year, obviously, where they brought in James Temelkovsky, and they kept him on the books, Ren Nagamatsu, and he came off the bench, made some big moments for MetroStars as a super sub, but just to keep his form coming in straight into the lineup back again this year. And some people were saying, Temelkovsky who? Or some of the goals that he's scoring, Nagamatsu, but each to their own, and he's had a great season so far, Nagamatsu, and even in the warm-up I just saw as well, he's definitely going to be on fire tonight.
Yeah, Ren Nagamatsu, so he's played 17 games in all competitions and he's scored 17 goals. Fairly disciplined player as well. He's only picked up the 2 yellow cards as we look at his stats on the Football SA stats here. So quite an extensive delay here, which is something I'm actually used to. I reckon I waited about 10 minutes when they had that 4-4 draw here a few weeks back with Modbury Jets and Adelaide United. Obviously Modbury Jets on that night, they were 4-0 up in the 70th minute. Game looked dead and gone, and Adelaide United pulled that one back to 4-4, and then Modbury hitting 4 again last week, Alessio, 4-0 against Croydon in a game which was quite evenly contested, but Modbury's ability to be able to find on the back of the net. They've got some very, very dangerous players on that side. We've spoken about MetroStars, but you've got McCabe up top, obviously, Hamish McCabe, that is. The captain, the captain Francesca takes all their penalties, so he's very lethal from the spot, as is Schmitzi. So he's scored a few goals this season as well. I think the players are just about to come out. Here they come now. Referee Curtis Wordsworth and his 2 officials on either side of him, Nick Elligan and Jaden Betterman. They won't be too happy about waiting in the cold, will they?
Yeah, luckily for them, it looks probably colder than it is out there at the moment on the camera and on the the live stream as well. But fortunately for them, I think they've been warming up for quite a while as well. So as we see the teams come out now, kick a few minutes away.
Fairly decent crowd has actually piled in. You won't be able to see it all on the camera. You can obviously see the clubhouse and the change rooms. You know, there's a few people under there, but we've got a good 40, 50 people to our left and probably another 20, 25 on our right here, which is the Metro side. So a good turnout, even though the weather's not the greatest, is it? Is it?
I mean, every time I've been here at Modbury Jets, they seem to have quite a lot of fans that rock up, win, loss or draw. So it's good to see that, and maybe a couple of them will put off by the weather, but by the time they get here, they can probably tell that it's not too impeding.
Got all the apps in the world these days to have a look at what the weather's doing. So I think today I looked and it said by 7:30, 8 o'clock there was going to be no rain. You can see it's a little bit of a foggy mist in the air because it is quite cold. And as they go through the formalities here, MetroStars walking across the Modbury Jets, shaking hands with the players and the referees, and we're not too far away from kickoff.
A couple of ins and outs as well for both teams. I called the Metro game last week, and they've got a couple ins themselves with Scott Nagel coming in for Petticini, and you have Maceo Jones coming in for Christian D'Angelo. Picked up an injury in that game, so hopefully that's not too long, but he's not on the bench tonight as well, so that's probably telling that it might be a week or two.
Yeah, a couple of other big outs as well. Fabian Barbiero not playing tonight for the MetroStars, so Jackson Walls captains the MetroStars tonight. And for the Modbury Jets, Tim Henderson unfortunately failed a last-minute fitness test. He told me earlier on he's got a bit of a niggle, and he's been struggling of late, but you wouldn't have known with some of the performances he's put in, I tell you.
Yeah, the other in as well, interesting to see for MetroStars is Eduardo Castaneda. I've seen him a few times off the bench in the first few games of the season. I think this could be his first start of the season, in fact, but he's a youngster that's come from interstate as well, and I think that could be an interesting role to see where he plays tonight. If he plays in that 10 or second striker that Fabian's been playing in most of the recent matches, then got a big role and big shoes to fill.
The delay continues here at Smith Partners Stadium, keeping us all on our toes, and that's what MetroStars are doing as they go through last-minute preparations to get warmed up for this one. Referees making their way to do their final checks on the goals. Curtis Wordsworth ready to go in the middle, and we're not too far away. Friday night football.
Standalone fixture as well, Johnny.
Yeah, standalone fixture, so might attract a few other people that want to come and see what these two teams are about, maybe other coaches, other players. Top of the table clash, and it's about to get going. Referee Curtis Wordsworth sets the watch, gives the ball to Ren Nagamatsu. Whistle in mouth. It's going to be the MetroStars to kick things off through Ren Nagamatsu. And away we go. Plays it back to Gao. Jones goes all the way back to goalkeeper. Early press from Modbury Jets.
Couple slips as well in the back there for Jones, and he's struggled to clear that one.
A very cold, or not a very cold, but a very wet night here. Luckily these days we've got artificial turf, so would hate to have seen what this would have been like 5 years ago on a grass pitch. Modbury Jets throw in. Makeda can't control it. Goes out off of Makeda for a MetroStars throw in. All the way to across the face of the goal, and quite a dangerous little bit of play there, unless they not want something the coaches will want to see that ball going across the goal when it's this wet.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's a bit of a struggle there for Maceo Jones in the opening couple minutes of this game. He's just come into the side this week, and obviously scored an own goal in his last start at Adelaide City away. So he's going to want to raise that out of his game if he wants to have a good performance tonight.
It's going to be something we've seen in recent weeks. Dion Kirk to deliver with his left foot. This time it doesn't go in the box. He plays it short to McCabe. McCabe holds off 3 MetroStars players, and then it does go back to Kirk, who puts his ball in the box, but doesn't beat anybody. And now it's MetroStars, as they do so well between Nagamatsu and Satira straight up the other end. Satira works his way in, finds Chitadini with some space on the edge of the box. Back to Satira. Satira, Nagamatsu now. He gets into the box. Can he get a shot away? Hamish Gow! And it's a goal! And just like that, Alessio, MetroStars show us exactly what they can do.
Yeah, the wand of Hamish Gow there struck another spell on this game. Top finish from him into the bottom corner. First time finish. Fantastic for Metro, and they go 1-0 up.
So just like that, it's 1-0 to the MetroStars after Modbury Jets had pressed up high to start the game off. And just time and time again, we say it week in, week out, that link up between Satira and Nagamatsu, and then you get likes of Chitadini and Gow joining in. It's a joy to watch. And they're straight down the other end from the kickoff. Shimizu trying his luck from about 45 yards.
Well, I did tell you at the start when I was watching the warm-ups for both these sides that MetroStars attacking and shooting drill at the start of their warm-up. I don't think I saw one go off target, and I thought they're really going to be on tonight. And Hamish Gow has already provided that one of his first touches in the game. He's absolutely rifled it to the bottom corner. So I think you're going to see some good finishes tonight and definitely some good shots on goal.
And whether he meant it or not, he's got it to skip off the turf as well. So it's rifled straight into that bottom corner. MetroStars with a very, very early lead.
Sporting those new pink boots as well. A couple of MetroStars players got their hands on them as well. The new pack from Nike. So one of the first games to scoring your new boots is always a good confidence booster.
Chitadini can't do anything with it. Referee lets play go on. There might have been a couple of fouls potentially there, but goes on. It's Kirk now to Troyer. And deflection goes out for a Modbury Jets throw in. Back in possession with the MetroStars now. Hamish Gow. McNamara plays across to Jones. McNamara sporting those pink boots as well. It's all the way back, and it's Mullen's pass isn't quite up to scratch. Back to his goalkeeper and Nield has to just kick it out for a throw in.
We've seen a couple of mistakes now from both sides in the defensive half. We're going to want to get rid of them before too long. And I think a bit of the weather and the dew on the pitch has provided a bit of intensity to the passing of both teams at the moment. But as you saw in that early attack from Metro, that's another mistake there. As you saw in that earlier attack from Metro, they really can move that ball quickly.
Woodfin into the box now. Woodfin has a strike on goal. Saved by Nield, but it's picked up at the back post by Christian Satira, who tries to beat Jock Wall. And he does. Wall gets a foot to it, though. Goes back off Satira for a goal kick. That shooting prowess again, Alessio coming into play there. You watched the MetroStars warm up, and I think you said they didn't miss any shots in the warm up. And their first two tonight have been on target. One's in the back of the net, the other one forcing a save from Nielden. Modbury Jets again, sloppy out of defence.
Well, it's always a tough ask for a goalkeeper to play in conditions like this. Every ball, every shot's going to skip up above him and gain some more speed than it would originally in a dry day. So maybe are going to see a few more shots and chances look a bit more damning than they would if it was a dry evening.
Throw in goes the way of MetroStars at Scow to Nagel. Nagel gets into the box now. Cuts past Kirk. Back the other way past Kirk. Now he finds Chitadini. Chitadini's little clip ball to the back post. It's Nagamatsu. Oh! Nagamatsu couldn't quite get his foot to that one. It was actually quite a smart fake by, I think it was Woodfin. Made out he was going to go for it. And it nearly fell to Ren Nagamatsu, who would have netted his 18th goal in all competitions this season. And the way this game's going in the first few minutes, you would think Ren Nagamatsu is going to get a lot more chances tonight if it keeps going like this.
Well, not just him, all the forwards of MetroStars, they seem to be in fine form at the moment and really technically keeping the ball well and attacking this Modbury Jets back line, who's had a couple of changes in the last few weeks due to that cup game and a couple of injuries, as you said, earlier in the game. But It'll be interesting to see how attacking they can be against a team who's not conceded too many in Modbury.
Neely goes long, but can only find red and yellow stripes, and that's Nagel on the ball. Keeps the ball in, but goes all the way back to his goalkeeper now. Modbury just putting that press on again, and that one looked to have gone out. And it has, so a very quick start to this game for both teams. Greystone not too happy with the treatment of Ren Nagamatsu up the other end. And Kirk goes up, no one wins that header. Kirk wins the second header. Shaxi puts his head down.
Yeah, it's always a tough one for a referee to give that one. A bit of push and shove there. That's Castaneda and Kirk. He did put his head down, and if you were in footy, they'd say he's ducked into that one. All in all, it's going to be a free kick for Modbury Jets. Dangerous position as well. They've got a couple of set piece takers, as you can see, lining up for it, but it's a chance that MetroStars really could have avoided.
He was clever by Shaxi, but quite dangerous in the same sentence. If they hadn't made contact, I don't think it would have ended too well for him, but it's going to be in a position now. It's got Francesca on the ball, McCabe to his right, Kirk to his left. He's going to go low into the box, and it gets into the box, and it's just gone. Oh, it's taken a deflection, so it's gone out for a corner, so maybe that deflection's what kept it out of the net there.
Well, yeah, really interesting decision from Francesca there to go low there and in between the legs and all, and obviously he's made the right decision as it's got a shot on target, but they're always dangerous for the MetroStars defence to defend a ball that's that low.
It's going to be Kirk to deliver this one on his left foot again. Might just whip this one straight in like he has been in recent weeks. Kirk delivers the ball, it goes to the back post. The referee spotted a foul going the way of MetroStars. Although the corner wasn't going to trouble anybody, the referee kicking something out pretty much from where the goal kick would be taken from anyways. Play short, Jones now on the ball. He goes long after a bit of a rough start. He decides that he didn't want to take any risks with any short balls there. Wall put under pressure from Satira. Woodfin all the way back now. Castaneda all the way back to McNamara. Out to Nagel on the left-hand side. Metro look to build. Can't find Nagamatsu that time. And Wilson puts his foot through it and clears. Hamish Gow, his pass misses his target in Nagel. Has to recover that one deep in his own half. Schmitzy just gives McNamara one to go on with there. Again, that press from Modbury in that forward third position. That works this time, goes out for a throw in.
Well, I think with the weather, you're always going to see a fast-paced game, especially with how the ball moves on this surface now. But it's just seemed to be very frenetic from the Modbury Jet side at the moment, and they can't really seem to keep the ball. You see another turnover this time. MetroStars seem to be the better team on the ball at the moment.
And that one's gone through. It's Chittadini. A great ball from Gow. Chittadini into the box to Nagamatsu. Nagamatsu with a shot. A deflected shot that goes out for a goal kick. And Alessio, this game is just end-to-end, fast-paced. How long can that last for?
Well, it's everything you want as a spectator and as the audience back home watching as well. A game that's this intense, a top-of-the-table clash, and obviously you're going to see some good technique on the sides, but with a game and the ball moving this fast, you never know what can happen, and this is why we love the game.
Played just over 10.5 minutes, and Morris Natali sends the subs to warm up. That ball by Gow goes to the back post. I think it's Jackson Walls that's given away the foul there on the goalkeeper. He's just gone straight through the middle of Ryan Nield.
See a bit of push and shove as well there with Walls, and it looks like Mullen was getting into him vocally, so there's no love lost between these two sides, especially after what happened last season.
What do you make of that ploy there by Morris Natali to send his subs to warm up after 10 minutes? Normally it's around about 15, 16 minutes, but is that one just to go, wake up boys? Otherwise we're going to make some changes, you reckon?
Yeah, I assume so. I mean, his team hasn't started on the best foot at the moment. None of these players have really been getting on the ball. Obviously had a few chances from set pieces and corners, but otherwise it seems this ball's moving a bit too quick for them at the moment, and they really got to get their foot on it.
Yield restarts the play with a long goal kick. Shimizu can't control it. Ball in dispute. Wilson picks up the loose ball. Goes all the way back to where we just started from with Nield. Nield's diagonal this time. Same result. Only finds a MetroStars player. Satira picks it up. Goes back to Walls. Walls to his goalkeeper, and the goalkeeper's put under some pressure. Great pressure there by Shimizu. Another one who's been in great form, and that's almost a good touch by Nagamatsu, but it's won back by Satira.
Such a nippy forward, Satira. I mean, most of the time that he's got the ball, he's been attacking his defender 1v1, and when he doesn't have it, he's been pressing that left back as much as he can, so he's going to be a danger tonight.
Woodfin with a ball to the back post that Nagel gets onto in the end. Finds Chittadini in the box. Chittadini tries to cross, but it's blocked by Shaxi. Detroyer, before he could clear it, let the ball run over the end line, and it's gone out for a corner kick to MetroStars to pile a little bit more pressure on, and Morris Natali is not happy at all down on the bench. Demanding that his players play the ball forward rather than backwards and put their back four under some pressure. So interesting to see how long these subs warm up for if he makes an early change. But Hamish Gow now with the ball. Satira clips it to the back post. Nagamatsu was there, but he had two players around him.
Well, we did mention that even Modbury Jets have a couple of changes in their lineup due to injuries and obviously form as well. But on their bench, I don't think they'll have too many that are screaming for a start themselves. Most of those youngsters haven't really made too many appearances, at least from the start. There's the team out there tonight. But the young Lachlan Wilson, he had a good start midweek last week in the Cup. I thought it was quite impressive as a youngster making his first team debut altogether straight from the off. So if they have anyone to look to, it's probably him.
The ball goes up in dispute. Back to that Cup conversation in a spare moment. And that one goes a free kick Modbury's way. Now, the referee may have some sorting out to do here, because this has got that potential to boil over, and it looks like there has been a kick out of some sort. No one knows, well, I don't know what's going on, but the two coaches are having a word with the linesman in front of us, which is Nick Elligan, and this is going to get out of control if this isn't stopped very soon. Tempers are flaring. Modbury Jets not happy with their start, and they're taking it out now with their physicality, shirt pulling and shoving, which we don't want to see.
Yeah, there is an assistant referee on that far side as well, so possibly he's seen more than us, and hopefully he can inform the referee more than us as well. But was some pushing and shoving after that free kick was probably contentiously awarded the other way. I don't know, both teams seem to be in for it themselves, but after that pushing and shoving, and what we've heard here on the near touch line was that possibly a kick out. So it's going to be up to the referee here to tell us if there's anything doing in this game. Still pushing and shoving there from Matthew Mullen and Nagamatsu.
Yeah, the players now surrounding that linesman on the far side, and it is a straight red card. I've got no idea who it's gone to, but there is a straight red card has been brandished by Curtis Wordsworth on that far side.
Just waiting to see who he's pulling off here. Could be Nagamatsu, I reckon.
It is. A straight red card for Ren Nagamatsu has been issued.
A couple yellow cards as well brandished to possibly the players that were in the tussle after that. But it definitely does look like it's Ren Nagamatsu, the leading marksman for MetroStars.
So the league leading goal scorer, Ren Nagamatsu, has been dismissed here after 16 minutes. The MetroStars are down to 10 men. A 1-0 lead and down to 10 men, Alessio. How does this change the game?
Well, I'll tell you what, Smith Partners Stadium never fails to disappoint. Last week a 4-4, last year a late comeback from MetroStars, and now at the start of this game, we've seen an early goal and an early dismissal. Connie, this is unbelievable scenes here.
Ren Nagamatsu not wanting to leave the pitch, but unfortunately, once that card comes out, you have no other choice, because you run the risk then of extra games. That red card will probably going to cost him 2 games now. Listening in lesser what Danny Greystone's telling his players to do now. Looks like he's just going to go with the one up top.
Yeah, this is really going to change the complex of the game now. Obviously, Modbury Jets probably weren't on the front foot for most of this game so far, but obviously being a player up now, they've really got to push extra hard and try and punish this MetroStars team.
So if you've just joined us, MetroStars, after a nearly 3-minute stoppage, Alessio, have been reduced to 10 men. The RAA NPL leading goal scorer, Ren Nagamatsu, been shown a red card for what looked to be a kick out against his opponent as Modbury Jets now try to make that advantage count straight away. It's Shimitsi. Brings the ball down. Gets his way into the box, finds McCabe. McCabe now in the box. McCabe goes down easily. Looked like a dive from up here, but he's holding his face, so not too sure that the theatrics were too much required there by Hamish McCabe. But this game is, well, as MetroStars go forward, Satira can't get the ball, so he runs straight into Neil. And the tempers are well and truly flaring here at Smith Partners Stadium.
And the fog's coming over the pitch as well. You can see from both corners of the field. But we did say at the start of this game there was some pushing and shoving that was happening off the ball. But it really seems like it's translated into the attitudes of both the players on both sets of teams now. And we're really in for a classic here at Smith Partners Stadium.
The ball falls for McCabe, but he's in an offside position. So MetroStars let that ball bounce, and probably something they can't afford to do now they're down that man. They've got to probably be a little bit more solid in defence and defend that 1-0 lead and maybe try and counter-attack on the odd occasion. But you just saw, Alessio, just 30 seconds ago that they're not going to stop playing the way they play. That ball was put through by, I think it was Gal, and Satira still making those forward runs.
Yeah, I mean, one thing for Modbury Jets as well to look for is they really got to keep this ball on the deck. I mean, I've seen every time they've gone attack so far, it's just been a long ball out wide, a long ball centrally, and they haven't got the height specifically. So if they really want to get into this MetroStars team, they've got to move them side to side until they get tight enough where there is a gap open.
Gal wins that one from Wilson. He's in the box now. Well, he was in the box. He's now outside that box. Thought he might have continued into the box and try to force Wilson into a tackle and maybe potential penalty, but now we're all the way back with McNamara, all the way back to the goalkeeper, Ostrich. Ostrich, sorry.
I think we've got a comment on that, one of his first games here for
my apologies.
MetroStars.
That his ball's given away, sorry.
Yeah, that's right. He's not got the familiarity with the bird, but he's, yeah, Ostrich apparently.
A late challenge.
And it's another red card.
One of those players that picked up a yellow card in the fracas earlier on, which was Matt Mullen. So Matt Mullen has picked up a red card for a second bookable offence in the first 18 minutes here at Smith Partners Stadium. We're down to 10 men each. This game has had more than what you will see in 90 minutes, and it's only been 20 minutes, sorry.
Well, usually between these sides, we're used to seeing some fantastic football and attacking forays, but at the moment, it just seems the frustrations of both sides have come to the fore at the moment. And well, I think what I do mention is that the last league game they played here last season, it was a red card to Gow, controversially. So it seems like this place so far it's been the one that gets the bookings, and both teams down to 10 men. I think that probably eases the worry for MetroStars.
Have we got any yellows in that spell?
Yes, 14.
May have just heard that on the mics that a card, the other yellow card earlier on was Eduardo Castaneda as Gao puts in the corner. It's cleared by Shimitsi.
Yeah, I'm sure the Modbury Jets team are looking to get that second booking for one of the MetroStars players now. It seems like that's always all that's happening at the moment is whoever was involved in that earlier fracas is under some scrutiny now, and I think that obviously, unfortunately for the youngster Castaneda, probably puts him in doubt for playing out this whole game. But now, as this game obviously pans out as well, we're going to see what interesting formations you can do with 10 men on both sides of the pitch now. Obviously, usually you're seeing one team probably park the bus or put a lot of players behind the ball, but now that both teams are in the same predicament, it'll be interesting to see what formations you can do. You don't have to sit back as much.
Here is that man, Castaneda, who picked up that other yellow, gets the ball to Hamish Gao. All the way back to Gao again. I guess one thing, Alessio, is that with 10 men on each side, well, stating the obvious, but you take 2 players off that pitch, gaps are going to open up somewhere. And it's MetroStars straight back onto the front foot. So it's 10 aside here at the moment, and that could change. So an extreme start here in the first 23 minutes at Smith Partner Stadium. Both teams down to 10 men, and Modbury now going forward looking for that equalising goal. A well-timed run by Shimitsi. Faces McNamara, gets into the box. McNamara doesn't dive in, but Shimitsi can't find who he was looking for, but Francesca does well to win it back, and now it's with Paul Wilson.
Well, one thing that's to note as well, it looks like Joku Wall is set in there as a centre-back, so they're definitely going to stay as a back for Modbury Jets. While it looks like on the MetroStars side, they might be pushing a few more numbers forward, and you can see that in the attack there with Shimitsi. He was in the box there, ready to cut it back to somebody, but all his players were outside the box, and the rest of them were on the halfway line defending. So if Modbury Jets really want to get back into this game, they're really got to push some numbers forward and get some attack in this game.
So both teams tactically went out the window for about 5 minutes, and now we're back sort of square. As MetroStars with all the possession as they did before that first red card. Gao switches that one out to Walls. He finds Satira in the misty fog that we can just see on that far side. It's back with Gao, who will look to find Castaneda, but his forward little flick with the outside of his foot wasn't good enough, and he was cleared by the Jets. Gao picks up the loose ball. Jones back to his goalkeeper. Just ever so slightly to the left, and it would have been a pick off by Shimitsi, but again, MetroStars straight up the other end. Woodfin gets to within shooting distance. Takes a pinball effect deflection, and in the end it goes out for a corner kick, for the MetroStars. You just see the quality of MetroStars. They go from nearly conceding a shot on goal from a bad pass to up the other end having a shot for themselves and winning a corner. It's going to be taken by Michael Cittadini. Curtis Wordsworth just bringing that one to a stop, but now we're good to go. Cittadini whips that ball in, and the header took a deflection off of Shimitsi by the looks of it, and it's going to be a corner on the other side. McNamara was the one going up for it in the air. So we're not short of action here at Smith Partner Stadium. Round 15 of the RAA NPL men's competition. First versus second. And no matter the result at the end of this game, Alessio, it's going to be that way for one of these teams. So MetroStars could go to the top. Short corner. Castaneda clips it into the back post. But Jones can't time his jump, and goes out for a goal kick.
Boston one way, ball back,
Wilson. Long ball looking for Shemitzi. Won by McNamara, but he heads it into the back of Shemitzi and wins the throw. Scott Nagel now. Short throw. Again, that press by Modbury into the corner. McNamara finds Woodfin, but Wilson's right behind him. Dyson Shuxy, his pass can't find Chittadini. Wilson with a strong challenge, gets all the ball.
Another kick out,
Another kick out there. And this game is at boil point again, and it's Paul Wilson, looked to have been Chittadini.
We could definitely see that. That was right in front of us here. Paul Wilson went in with a strong tackle, which he got through the ball, and he maybe left a bit on Chittadini there in the end, but it looked like as Chittadini was getting up, he probably flared a leg out there to stop it, Paul Wilson. So it'll be really interesting to see what the linesman here, who's Danny Greystone as well, hopefully he doesn't have any input, but we'll see what happens here. Might be lucky if he gets away with the booking here, Michael Chittadini.
It was a crunching challenge by Wilson, who won the ball quite fairly, in my opinion. It was just the follow through that picked up Chittadini, and Chittadini looked to have kicked out, but no card.
I don't think I saw one there.
So no card brandished for what looked to be a very, very similar incident to what happened on the other side. So we're not short of entertainment here tonight, Alessio.
Well, especially that one there. I thought that was probably more evident right in front of us and without many people blocking it than the Nagamatsu one on Marlin, but might have got away with one there and live to see another day.
Maybe the referees felt the sense of the occasion, thinking we don't need any more red cards tonight. Not at this stage of the game anyways. McNamara on the ball now, gets carried into some space. He looks for Woodfin, and Woodfin's little flick inside finds Chittadini, the man in the middle of that last little fracas. Ball comes now to Nagel, who looked to get it into the box. He does. He clips it into the box. Safe hands by Ryan Neild that time. Again, the Modbury just looking to play out from the back. They don't want to kick it long. Wall goes all the way back to Wilson. Wilson to Shuxy. Back to Wilson now. So Modbury just trying to get some sort of momentum in their build-up, Alessio, but again, they're just giving it straight back to MetroStars.
Well, I mentioned it after that first red card for MetroStars when they had more men, Modbury Jets, but they just seem to be going along every time, and they haven't got the height or the numbers up there, especially with the formation they're playing now with the three, with the one man down. But it seems like either they get more numbers forward or they start playing on the ground. You've got to do one of the two, otherwise you're not going to get back into this game.
One thing that they have done is press up high, but that time it's only Shemitzi pressing up high. The other couple of players behind him weren't up to the pressing game that time round. And that makes it difficult as well, as McNamara plays a long ball, but Wall wins a header, but it's only MetroStars that pick up the crumbs. The plays continue. He's let the advantage go. Everyone's stopped. Jackson Walls, Hamish Gow. And again, the ball's given away by the goalkeeper that time.
Yeah, he's probably the only one it looks like. He wants to play forward and get these numbers out of his own box, but the rest of the Modbury Jet side seem to be sitting quite deep, especially when you've got 4 at the back and Shuxy. It's not going to really help you going forward when you've only got 3 against the MetroStars defence. So I think they've really got to push some of these midfielders forward, or maybe even go to a 3-back, which they were used to in the past as well. There used to be a 3-back formation in the last couple of seasons, but at the moment it just seems like they're playing 4 at the back with the 6, and not going to get out of this defensive half very easily without a long ball.
Morris Natali making a change on the go there. He brought Shuxy out, who's going to pick the ball up now just to open it up inside a little bit. But his ball is kicked straight into Michael Chittadini. It's a 50-50 now in the middle of the park, and there goes a high foot again. So we've seen a couple of those each way. Curtis Wordsworth being very consistent with his decisions tonight.
Breaks down another move though from Modbury Jets. They were trying to get out there, had some possession in their own half, but a deflected through ball from Shaxi led to that whole opportunity being broken down and MetroStars being able to build up with more comfortability in possession.
Jones now on the ball, sneaks into his own half, but then it's now with Hamish Gow. Hamish Gow is the guy that they want on the ball on most of the occasions. He's very skillful, can pick a pass short and long. So this time it's Castaneda though. Woodfin, Satira. Satira's touch not quite where he wanted it to go, but he picks up the loose ball under no pressure and he finds Castaneda. His long switch of play goes to Nagel. Nagel, first touch not good enough, second touch not good enough, but again it falls to MetroStars. So the MetroStars, I know it's 10v10, but it looks like they've got 12v10 out there at the moment.
Well, that's just the way they play their football and the way Danny Greystone sets them up. No matter who they've got on the park or if they're missing anybody, they still play the same kind of tactics and getting a lot of players on the ball. And obviously when they have it, they make the pitch as wide as they can, and when they don't, they make it as small as they can. So that's just the tactical analysis from Danny Greystone is the same no matter who's on the pitch and who's not.
Darsim Shaxi there with a late challenge. I think he was saying he got the ball, but from this angle it didn't really look like there was much ball involved with the challenge. And
Curtis, have you ever seen hammer dive? Ever? All your time? Okay.
some interesting conversations happening in front of us.
Hey, win! Hammer again. Go on, that's it.
There's some crude humour from both coaches, one towards Curtis Wordsworth, the other towards Nick Ethigan running the line, and it's actually pretty funny.
Yeah, both these coaches probably not known for their humour, more probably dry humour if anything, but yeah, they both seem to be having some interesting exchanges right now, especially with some of the ways these free kicks and non-bookings are going.
It's safe to say that after 34 minutes this game's had it all, and we've still got Chittadini out our line. Beats Kirk, gets into the box, cuts it across, and nobody there to meet it. As I was saying, after 34 minutes, let's say we've had just about everything we could probably have in 90 or so minutes, and we've still got the halftime break and 45 minutes to come. So that fog sets in over the far side. Wilson undecisive with his decision there, and in the end Neil just comes out and clears it, but again, like a broken record here at Smith Partner Stadium. It's the MetroStars picking up that loose ball. Woodfin assesses his options. In the end, gets it to Gow. Gow back to Woodfin with some space now. Might look to shoot. Closed down by Shaxi. Walls plays a first-time ball for Castaneda. Now it's going to be Walls to deliver. It's going to be Gow to have a shot, which is blocked, but the play's going to stop. Looks like Jock Wall's been hit in the face with that ball that tried to go into the box earlier. Very young Modbury Jets bench tonight.
Well, as you did mention, they had a couple of injuries as well, and a couple of other outs as well. Josh Hernandez not on the bench there. Obviously a long-term injury to Jordan O'Doherty as well, so they are running thin at the moment, Modbury Jets, and they're going to want to hope to get as many people back. They've got the cup final in about a month's time now, but if they really want to keep this lead at the top of the table and probably extend it, then they're going to need some more players to come back now, or some performances from those youngsters to really try and push the starting 11. That's what you want.
Play gets restarted here. Just under 9 minutes till the 45 is up, and we got told before the game that if it's raining there's going to be no stoppage time. It's not raining, but there's a lot of fog, so it'll be interesting to see how long we do get, because we know there's going to be a couple of minutes added on with 2 red cards, a goal, and everything else else that's happened here so far. Cater goes into that one, but doesn't win the ball, and Woodfin gets in front of him, wins the ball, and wins the free kick. So the MetroStars lead 1-0 for a very early goal to Hamish Gow. Can they find a second before half-time, or will the Modbury Jets find something and get themselves into this game? Because at the moment, oh no, that's a bad decision. And it's going to be Cittadini. Thought he was going to have a shot. He does get the chance now to have a shot, Cittadini, and it's straight at the goalkeeper. But that was a poor decision by Makeda to try and clear it across his goal. It only found the MetroStars player in Cittadini, who ended up having a strike on goal. Fortunately for Makeda, it didn't end up in the back of the net. Otherwise, I'm sure Morris Natali would have let him know all about it. Wilson now looks for that long ball. Schmitzi up in the air, wins the header. Detroyer gets into the box, but Nagel's good enough to get a foot in there. Goes out for a Modbury Jets throw in. So Alessio, can you see the Modbury Jets maybe getting a goal before half-time, or does it look more like the MetroStars are going to get their second?
Well, at the moment it does look like MetroStars have had the lion's share of possession in the attacking half, but you never know when it's down this defensive end, especially with that fog as well. You never know what can happen if there's another little half chance that might open up itself, but the way that the Modbury Jets are playing at the moment, I don't think they're going to get a goal before half-time.
Paul Wilson takes the throw in. Scott Nagel looked to have left an arm in there on Dion Kirk, it is, on the ground. As that fog just drifts right across the pitch. It's coming in waves, isn't it?
Yeah, it does look like it was
It's
all
not
the way
just sitting.
It was in the Modbury Jets defensive half with Ryan Neal just before, but of course every time where the ball is, it seems that fog's following it as well. So we're going to see a set piece here from Modbury Jets. This is where they had the most of their possession and big chances in this half. So let's see what they can do from this set piece now.
So it looks like it's going to be the captain, Jesse Francesca, to deliver this one as we approach the last 5 minutes. It's a ball in, but it's not good enough to beat the first defender, and it's ended up all the way back with Neild, who in the end just kicks it back forward. McCabe wins the header. Kirk wins the second header, but his header doesn't find anywhere. And now it does fall for Schmitzi. Schmitzi in on goal! Straight at the goalkeeper.
Big chance there for Francesco. It looks like it was Dion Kirk who got like a little touch in there from the tackle. And with the skid on the pitch, it just invited itself into the path of Francesco. But his shot was getting closed down from a centre-back, and he can then put that centrally to the keeper.
Now it's the MetroStars back in possession, and they will look to make Modbury Jets pay for that one. Satira times his run. Edges Makeda under the ball, keeps it in. One way then the other. In the end, it's back with Jones. Jones now comes inside to McNamara in acres of space. Modbury Jets now dropping off into like a block of 6. But it's not going to be enough to stop Wolves from getting into the box. He leaves the foot in there, and Wilson clears and wins the free kick. So you saw that time, Alessio, that Modbury Jets just dropped off and let McNamara have the ball. Probably not wanting to concede that second goal so close to half-time.
Well, it's good to play like defensively, specifically against this MetroStars team who like to play, but when they have the ball, Modbury Jets, they're really got to get out of this half as well and push some numbers and try and stretch this line. Otherwise, it's 1v2 like it is there, and it's pretty difficult for them to get a solid attack going when most of your team's probably on the halfway line or defending in a block.
Again, that long ball comes to nothing for Modbury, and McNamara just able to walk it out from his 18 over halfway. Kirk leaves one in on Nagel. There's still a lot of little niggles behind play, and this game's had it all, like we've said. Satira now comes inside. Finds Castaneda.
Big chance. Come across the face of the box there, and there's good clearance there from Daniel Detroyer. Fortunately, though, if there's anybody who would want to get on the end of that, it would have been that man, Red Nagamatsu. He was lethal in those areas. And of course, the fog moves again where the ball is, and it's in that far side now. Maybe it's the player's breath that's leading it to go there.
It's all the energy coming out of the flaring tempers out there. It's going to be a corner. I can't even see. That's how much fog. It doesn't look like much on the camera, but I can't see that far. And it's McCabe now. I can see that. He releases Detroyer on the far side, and it's had to be cleared in the end by Ostrich. Did I get it right that time? Ostrich. We approach the final couple of minutes of this first half here at Smith Partners Stadium. MetroStars leading 1-0. The Ren Nagamatsu red card in the 16th minute. Followed by a 20th minute red card to Matthew Mullen after two yellow cards in quick succession. Modbury Jets now looking to get that equaliser, but they can't on that occasion. Ball turned over, but it's back with Francesca, who has a go from distance, but it's going to fall to McCabe now, and McCabe has a go.
Brilliant effort for the number 9 there, Hamish McCabe. Obviously the ball was dropping over his shoulder and he's gone for the first time volley. Probably a bit wide of the post that time, but if anyone's capable of it, it's probably him.
You're dead right, Lesso. If anyone's capable of putting that into the back of the net, it's Hamish McCabe. Obviously without his brother Liam McCabe, another fantastic footballer. Another out for the Modbury Jets. Got injured a few weeks ago, missed their cup triumph midweek and looks set for a little bit of a stint on the sidelines. MetroStars go forward in the pass, doesn't find the first target, but now it finds Chittadini, who's into the box, and a great challenge by Paul Wilson, but not a great pass by Wilson. Hits Kirk, falls now for Woodfin. Woodfin goes all the way across to Jones, who finds Walls in some space on the right-hand side. Walls doesn't want to get it into the box, but he finds Jones, who finds Castaneda. Gow.
3v2 this side, Hammer. Hammer, 3v3 this side.
Satira finds the ball. Has Walls overlapping on the far side. Walls looks up, clips it to the back post. Scott Nagel was the target, but well defended by Kirk, getting back to put it out for a corner kick. Approach the 45 minutes. A fair few added minutes to be added on this half, I would say. Jackson Walls, no it wasn't, it was Jones who went up for the header. If we could get an indication of the added minutes. Jones had a free header there, Alessio, and he's headed it back out for a goal kick, but nearly went to the corner flag.
Yeah, had a lot of power behind it. Probably his body position wasn't in the right way to aim that towards goal, but it's good to see the youngster getting on the end of a few things and atoning for that earlier blip in the start of this game.
I think we're going to have nearly 5 minutes of added time, so still plenty to play for here before half time. It's a cynical foul that by Makeda, probably lucky to escape a booking.
Yeah, excellent work again there from Hamish Gow, though, winning the ball with a slide tackle against Hamish McCabe and then coming away with it, getting his body in the way and winning a free kick for MetroStars. He's had a good game out there tonight, Hamish Gow, who scored that opening goal and the only goal in this game so far. So if anyone's looking towards those 3 votes, I think it's Gow so far.
Gow now sprays that one out, finds Satira. Satira squares up his defender, but in the end he had 3 to beat. Wall just clears it. Great work in there by Castaneda. Finds Gow. Nagel Looks for Woodfin but can't find him, but that ball just skips past a few and ends up with the MetroStars still have possession of the ball on the far side. Castaneda finds Cittadini, whose touch can't find anyone, but it's a very scrappy affair at the moment. Cittadini ends up with it, with Nagel on his left-hand side now. And the MetroStars just in complete and utter control here as we close in on that half-time whistle. Again, Modbury Jets, all they can do is clear the ball. Look like a push, but all that it is given is a throw in. So into the 48th minute here in the first half.
Good spin from Scamitzi. Deflected and
took a deflection, and
on the second time of asking, the Strikes picked that up.
Scamitzi not going to die wondering. He turned and hit that one. Ended up spilling, but no one there to sort of put any sort of pressure on the goalkeeper. Oh, that's a great touch by Woodfin, who finds Gow. Gow puts it past Wall, but Francesca's there to clean up the mess. But his ball forward can't find his target, and Nagel intercepts it. Picked up by Castaneda now. Castaneda having a very good first half despite that booking. McNamara is going to look for the switch of play. Satira on that far side over his head for a throw in. Get the sense, Alessio, that despite what happened in the first 20 minutes, that both these coaches just want to get in and have a chat with their players and maybe reset the way they go about the second half, more so for Modbury probably how they go about it, but for MetroStars they want to just get in and have a bit of a rest and then probably come out doing much the same what they've done this first half.
Yeah, well, I think both the coaches and their coaching staff has probably been looking at this game in this 20 minutes since those two Reds and trying to figure out what formation to play to get the most out of this game now. And I think obviously MetroStars have kept the way that they're playing and still creating a lot of chances, but especially on the Modbury Jet side, they've really got to figure out a way to get more players in the box and more numbers in there for some more chances. Otherwise, they haven't got too much to shout about.
See a late run there by Makeda, who's been shifted into that, what you could say is probably more of a central defensive position, because they're going, well, sorry, actually he's playing as a left back, essentially. So he made that run, looking for something late for the Modbury Jets, but couldn't quite keep it in play. As the 5th minute comes to an end. So we played 50 minutes. And Curtis Wordsworth in the end just says that's enough for the first 50 minutes. Break that down for us, Alessio.
Yeah, well, what a start to this game. It happened, a really early goal and a couple of fantastic chances for both sides, and then the tension in this game has started to creep in with a couple of yellow cards and a couple of red cards. You probably see out the evening so far, but there's still a lot to play in this game, and you can see here on the half-time as well, you can see Tim Henderson giving some instructions to some of these players that are on the field at the moment, and the MetroStars side as well all look like they're ready to get a big team talk from Danny Greystone to try and finish off this game if there's anything left. But that's half-time here. It's 1-0 to the away side of MetroStars, and we'll join you for the second half shortly.
It's never too late to improve your strength, balance, well-being and independence. Our Strength for Life program encourages all older South Australians to start moving and enjoy an active lifestyle, make friends, build strength and inevitably age well. Strength for Life sessions are offered in almost 100 locations across South Australia, with new sites opening all the time. Check out the COTA SA website to find your nearest location.
Strength for Life is an individualised program which is delivered in a group setting. We aim to keep older South Australians connected with their community, preventing social isolation and also keeping their bodies strong, flexible, managing falls and keeping them engaged. We're super excited to be partnering with Football SA at this state-of-the-art location. It's a beautiful venue. It will really benefit the local community through the Northfield and Jepps Cross surrounding areas to be able to access Strength for Life. And together we are working to improve everyone's futures.
As here come our two sides. The bar has been set. It's a great run from Kyra Cooney-Cross.
Turn under pressure.
Here come the Socceroos again. Good one on the right foot, and the Socceroos have the breakthrough. What a goal! The Matildas are running amok. Opens up for the shot.
The double. There's the backfoot. Australia head over heels about this superstar.
And it's Adelaide Croatia Raiders time.
Right out, goes top corner, and is it in?
A captain's contribution for Luke Klimek.
Written in the stars for Nicholas Foucault.
Oh my God! That's another one for Modbury. It's Fabian Barbiero. Your NPL champions, Adelaide United. As both sides start to walk out on what will be a momentous day for both of these great teams. The crowd is built for the home side today, and Ninko Beric with the armband of FK Beograd.
In the absence of Andoni Natsiopoulos today, who's still out with shoulder.
A Saturday afternoon match at Hanson Reserve, 1-0 the way of Adelaide Croatia. I'm sure they'd love to repeat that in 2024 as we get kickoff underway here at the Croatian Sports Centre. Busasa running down this right wing in a good position to put the ball in. Takes on one, and it's an early penalty for Croatia Raiders. The foul committed by Yuda Kimishima against Kavanagh. Good penalty. Kimishima gets the scoring underway, 1-0 to Adelaide Croatia Raiders.
Yeah, great finish there from Kimishima. He sent Kavanagh.
Corner comes in. Only gets to the edge of the box for the goal scorer of this one so far. Good save by Mateo. One of 3 top goal scorers for Raiders this season. The header! 2-0 to Adelaide Croatia Raiders early on. The ball comes in. Kavanagh getting in the way. Neon Kuru puts the ball out wide. Looking for a way in. Ball comes across the face of goal. From it. Neon Kuru.
Looking for the ball over the top.
Mostly across the board in that regard.
Ball down the right wing once again. And a penalty. The exact same spot where the first one was taken at almost the exact same time. From the penalty spot. Jason Konstantopoulos gets the breakthrough for FK Beograd. Game on here.
Yeah, and just like the first penalty, nothing wrong with that at all. Great finish from Konstantopoulos, sent the keeper.
Making his way down the right wing. Still with the ball. Cuts it back. Good save by the Friedish, gets the touchdown. Stefan Matteo in plenty of space to take on his man. Gets past one, then has the shot. Out for the goal. Corner taken short. Ball comes in on the right foot. Falls nicely. For Shearer. Two in the derby. And what a final 10 minutes we have here.
But yeah, Raiders had more play, but...
Lovely ball from Trimboli. Bisasa is one-on-one. Just needs to finish. Bisasa! 3-2 in the derby. And it's that young man once again.
And I think they were trying to get Beric in a bit of trouble, but it was he'd fallen over, tripped over his own feet, really.
Lovely touch from Stefan Matteo. This could be the finisher. Nearly through the legs did Stefan Matteo go. Jai Kingburn. Matteo just has to finish. Oh, it's gone wide. High and wide. Is this the final kick of the match? Not so yet. Full time here at the Croatian Sports Centre. Adelaide Croatia Raiders come out 3-2 winners in the end. All 3 points staying here at the Croatian Sports Centre.
Yeah, what a game that turned out to be. I mean, Raiders 2-0 up. They'd let FK Beograd back in the game at 2 apiece, and then they scored the winner straight after FK Beograd equalised.
And the future is orange for Strandline. Flinders are in the lead. Rachel Quigley. Oh, that's absolutely brilliant.
LA Comets to 2023 premiers.
Saved by Conley. They had to go the distance and then some.
Josephine Trimboli, number 9, Tane Morris, number 12, Georgia Box, number 13, Madeline Box, number 14, Siobhan Eastham, number 16, Natasha Vella, and number 27, Lena Vogelsang with head coach Jason Trimboli. Underway here at Service FM Stadium. Good ball from McCormick. Box chasing down on the wing. Aaron Murphy had 8 last year in total, so already beaten that. Ball's there. Good ball through. Vogelsang, one-on-one. Well collected by Aaron Murphy. Good ball. Burnett through the centre. On the left foot. Only into the side netting. DeCola. Quigley on the edge of the box. Looking to get it onto her left foot. Given away straight back to West Adelaide. That effort. This one being chased down. And she does well too. Quigley is there. This corner to come in from Munich. Headed towards goal. Tipping it onto the bar.
On the ball today.
Good ball through. She's one-on-one with the keeper. Could this be the opening? It was a disappointing A-League season for Adelaide United in the end. Good set-piece opportunity. Quickly, hitting! It's in! The breakthrough being made.
The ball. This time with General.
Vogelsang putting the ball in. Hodgson. Notto again to put the ball in on her right foot. Knew the ball was there. She has it now. Easy pass. Finish on the left foot. Into the side netting. Well done from Notto.
Two great minds.
Ball comes in from Tansel. Notto's there! To make it 2-0. 5 minutes left. Led Uni now. Ball just getting launched forward. McFarlane. Just as we were talking about it, getting in the way of that one. And just like that, the full-time whistle blows 2-0 to West Adelaide.
Welcome back for the second half here at Smith Partners Stadium between the Modbury Jets and the MetroStars. An action-packed first half that saw two players given their marching orders in Ren Nagamatsu after 16 minutes for MetroStars, and Matthew Mullen for 2 yellow cards. Picked up his red card in the 20th minute. It looks like we're going to see some changes shortly for Modbury Jets.
Looks like it's going to be a double sub as well. One of those youngsters, and Lachlan Wilson, to come on. I think it's Cameron Tompkins as well.
So I can see that Darsam Shaxi has managed to get changed at half-time. He's on the bench now in his tracksuit, so he's one of those players to come off. Try and pick who the other one is, because it doesn't look like they've come back out of the change rooms yet. So this is going to be that double substitution for Modbury Jets. It's going to be coming on. It's going to be, number 4. Cameron Tompkins. And number 17, Lachlan Wilson. Replacing number 8, Darsam Shaxi. And number 23, Dion Kirk.
Yeah, I was really impressed with the youngster, Lachlan Wilson, in the Cup during the midweek. Made his first start, and that was his first team debut. So obviously, he's getting more of a run in the team now with this halftime substitution. It's a good 45 minutes to get in your legs, especially as a youngster. And yeah, he's a talented midfielder, and he did well in that Cup game as well. So going off what I've seen in the past, I think he could do a good job in there in the midfield and hopefully get this team forward and create some more chances for that attacking duo of Schmitzi and McCabe.
Yeah, it's certainly what the Modbury Jets need, is maybe a bit of youth, bit of run, bit of speed. Shaxi and Kirk obviously more experienced, but maybe lacking a little bit of that speed these days.
It looks like it's going to be a different defensive lineup as well. We're going to put Wall back out there to the left fullback, Tompkins to partner Wilson at the back in the centre, Troy on the right, and the midfield 3 now of Francesca in the 6, and it looks like it'll be Makeda and young Wilson in the attacking roles. And you've got the 2 up top of Scamitzi and McCabe. Will look the same for the MetroStars lineup.
Referee Curtis Wordsworth ready to kick this second half back off here. And the Modbury Jets already straight onto that front foot, looking more aggressive. Fortunately, that pass can't find its target, but Makeda closes down. Jackson walks very quickly and it goes out for a throw-in, so straight from the get-go, Alessio. Modbury Jets straight up into the grill of the MetroStars back 4. And a much higher press here, and they actually win the ball, so definitely noticeable that the energy levels are a lot higher here for the start of this second half by the Modbury Jets. Tompkins, his pass can't find McKay, but Wall picks it up and he turns it straight back over. Gow with the outside of the foot. A great ball, finds Woodfin. He's got 2 in the box. But all he does is find the goalkeeper in Ryan Neild. So that energetic start from Modbury nearly come crashing straight back down there. Hamish Gow with the outside of his left foot, just such a quality player on the ball is Hamish Gow. It's going to be Wilson. Looks for Schmitzi. His touches away from him, so it's MetroStars back in possession now. Gow picks it up. That's not his best effort. Tompkins. McCabe. McCabe turns. Gets away from his marker. Gets into the box. Has Walls to beat. Beats him. Cuts it. Finds Makeda, and his left foot shot straight into the hands of Ostrick there.
Yeah, there's a good opportunity there for Hamish McCabe. Through the couple step overs and got into the box, and that's the area you want to see him in there, but he hopefully wanted to get that cut back a bit further into the box for a cleaner strike on goals for one of his attackers. Good touch forward there for Makeda.
Can he have a strike on goal, Makeda? He does. Unfortunately, that one there is not close to the goal at all. Straight over the crossbar and the netting behind the goals. I'm pretty sure it's... But a much better start by the Modbury Jets.
Yeah, it was a great touch forward there for Makeda, and obviously we saw him deployed in that left fullback role at the start of that first half, but he's gone more of an attacking role tonight and in the second half, and hopefully that's going to see him get some more attacking forays forward, especially with a touch like that to get away from his defender. He's going to have some success in this midfield now.
The Modbury Jets there pressing very high up and forcing this now to be played long by the MetroStars. So a few tactical tweaks, a few personnel tweaks. And a much more calmer start than what we saw in the first half, Alessio. As Satira beats Wall, but his touch is away from him and it's a goal kick. So couple of similarities to what we saw in the first half. We saw end-to-end action. We saw chances. We've seen both of them already this half. It's only been a couple of minutes. Satira tries to find Woodfin inside, but it's Hamish McKay back there helping out his defence. Makeda and Shimitsi the highest up, so looks like McCabe may be looking to be more involved in that space that is in the midfield, so he might come to pick that ball up and try to create a little bit more. But it's Gow on the ball. His pass, can't find a teammate. Shimitsi now picks it up, tries to beat McNamara. It's turned over again by Gow. A couple of cheap turnovers by Gow, very unlike him, but that's probably the pressure that Modbury's putting on out there at the moment. Wilson now on the right-hand side. Can he get the cross into the box? No, he can't. It's blocked, and it eventually comes back off of him for a goal kick. So you mentioned earlier on, Alessio, that young Lachlan Wilson actually started the cup game last week. Caught your eye, obviously. You called that game. You saw that one firsthand. What is it that he can do well, given, you know, he's probably got a lot of space to work with tonight? That game last week was a little bit more tactical, was a little bit a lot slower than this. Does this sort of game maybe suit him a bit better?
I would say so. I mean, it was the first time I've seen him, and that was his first team debut as well. He never came off the bench, so it was good to see him get the opportunity like that. But he just seems like a very frenetic midfielder that will never leave you time on the ball, but he can attack as well, and he's got some good passing to him as well. But yeah, he's almost like a mixture between a midfielder and Daniel DeTroyer as well. It seems like they both look like they have a similar physique and frenetic nature about them when they have the ball and when they don't have the ball. But it's definitely going to give a lot of more pressure to the MetroStars side and leave none of those midfielders any time on the ball, which is what you're going to do. You have to do when you're playing against the team with Hamish Gow in the midfield and Woodfin as well in there. Chittadini's on his side as well, so he's really going to have to put these guys under pressure and not make it easy for him.
Throw in from Walls, Castaneda, Satira now. Jones put under pressure by Shimitsi. His pass back to the goalkeeper looked like it had gone out, but in the end it just is going to be a throw in. So the Modbury Jets, very evident in what they're trying to do, is put that back four under a lot of pressure here by pressing higher up on the park. Wall wins this one. Finds Francesca. Francesca beats a couple, but then can't get past the third. Now it's Wilson. Francesca on the ball again. Finds Shimitsi. His touch gets him into the box, but unfortunately for him, the surface was a bit too slippery for him and it got away from him, but much better from the Modbury Jets.
Yeah, you can definitely tell by the start of the second half and those changes they did make that they're really trying to put some pressure on this MetroStars side as they make unforced error at the back there, Metro. But they're really going forward, which I'm really impressed with this half, Modbury Jets. And instead of sitting back in the four at the back with the six, you can see all those midfielders are pushed up, and there's only three at the back now. So you can really tell they're really trying to push for this now in front of their home support.
I must apologise. I did forget to mention early on, Alessio, is that we're continuing that campaign with the supporting the referees. As this one goes out for a goal kick. Respect Starts Here campaign. Referees are what hold our game together here in South Australia and all around the world in football, which is why a new initiative which was started last week in Football South Australia heavily encourages all to respect the referee. This new initiative implores all spectators, players, coaches and club staff to respect and appreciate the time, effort and energy that goes into being a football referee. Our junior referees will be wearing an orange armband to signify they're under the age of 18. This campaign is about protecting all referees. To learn more information about this, go to the Football South Australia website. As MetroStars go forward through Woodfin.
Well, lucky you could get through all of that. When I had that one last week, MetroStars had a goal right when I was halfway through that. So yeah, it's a good campaign for the referees, and make sure you keep out this weekend. Looking for those orange armbands.
MetroStars with the throw in to Reese. Oh, it's not a throw in. It's going to be a free kick on the floor. As play restarts with a free kick. Yeah, that campaign, it's such and you know what, it was such a good thing to start it last week. They had the junior soccer championships on at Service FM Stadium, and there would have been, you know, I'm going to have a guess and say maybe 20, 30 young referees definitely under the age of 18, maybe even under the age of 15, some of them, and I managed to get there all 3 days for an hour or two. The Saturday, Sunday, and the Monday, and some of the stuff that those young 15-year-olds were copying was atrocious. As Satira goes forward to the back post. Can't find a teammate, but it falls for Nagel. Gow, his little clip in off the crossbar. Falls now for Walls. Modbury just can't clear. But how about that from Hamish Gow, just looking to find someone at the back post, and he's nearly put it into the back of the net.
I'll tell you what, that reminds me of a Messi goal versus Ibar, that one, where he got it on the edge of the box and chipped to the far post. I reckon he thought that in his own brain as well there, Hamish Gow. But what a move that was at starting here with Christian Satira taking it past Wall with ease. And he's got to put a better ball in, but they're really getting some chances now, MetroStars, and obviously without that presence of Nagamatsu in the box.
Satira, another ball across, and a couple of balls from Satira lacking that quality. He's just driving him sort of goalpost height, you could say.
Yeah, and Danny Greystone here is letting him know, and he let some players know in the first half as well. We haven't got the presence of Nagamatsu up there now, so I really want you to get this ball on the deck and look for some players' feet instead. Obviously, there's not as much tall timber in there now, and looks like they're going to be readying some substitutions as well now. It looks on this bench here, so hopefully we're going to see the young man Jackson Fortunato come back on and grace the pitch where he loved last season. So
Wilson plays a long ball looking for Wilson. No relation, I believe. The crowd on the far side not too happy with the decision given. Mentioned Fortunato for MetroStars. Managed to score 2 goals in that game here last year where the MetroStars won. He scored in the 94th and 96th minute. I'm sure if he comes on that Danny Greystone will just be happy if he scored 1 goal tonight and put this result beyond doubt, but it's still well in the balance at the moment is this one here at Smith Partners Stadium between the Modbury Jets and the MetroStars. One other thing I noticed whilst getting ready for this game, Alessio, is that the Modbury Jets, they've gone from having been in State League 1 for a period of 2 years. Over the 3 years, they come back up. They went back down. They come back up to NPL. Natali took over this team in 2021 and has done a great job since taking over. Brought in some absolute quality players. He brought the McCabe boys over. Makeda, Henderson, who's not playing tonight, but he's really, as we see a little bit of a soft free kick given there, he's really instilled some, you could say, his experience as a coach, bringing those experienced players over some younger players, he's really built a formidable team here, hasn't he?
Yeah, I mean, he mixes experience with some young talent as well who needs a chance as well. So you can see a lot of the young players who he's given debuts to, given starts to as well. And Skamitsi as well has been the bright spark for them this season so far. A youngster who hadn't had much senior experience in the past, played a few games for Metro, a few for Campbelltown, but getting a real run in the team. He got it here at Modbury, and he's provided his coach with some goals as well and some performances to back.
We'll get back to that in a minute as Gow looks to deliver this one deep, straight into the hands of Nield. Yeah, one thing that stood out for me was that in 2021 when Natali took over, he had the likes of Radic, Pollock and Conant who scored 20-odd goals between them. And then the next year he's brought McCabe over who scored 20 goals on his own. So just little things like that really can start football clubs' cultures going in the right direction.
Well, yeah, it's something you probably wouldn't expect. I mean, all those three players you just named there have had fantastic careers and continue to as well at their clubs at the moment. Radici on fire for Croatia Raiders at the start of this season. Harrison Conant as well now. He's scoring goals for Para Hills, and it's obviously a rivalry between those two as well, so it's interesting to see him go back that way in the end there, but he's doing well on all accounts there over at Para Hills. So to bring in a player like Hamish McCabe to score a lot of the goals as well, and they've even lost young Stefan Matteo this season as well, who provided the second top scorer in their team last season, and it just seems like he's been able to replace these players, that Morris Natali, with players of equal or better success, and it seems like his team is not being hampered by it.
2 Federation Cup finals, he's got them 2 on the way as well. As MetroStars take this throw in, looking for Gow. Comes off of Wilson, it's going to be a corner. So the MetroStars looking to hang on to this 1-0 lead here, maybe even build on it as we approach the final half an hour of this one. MetroStars will go top of the table with a win tonight. It's going to be delivered to the near post, and it's gone in! Or has it? The flag has gone up, denying...
Cameron Woodfin, I think it was.
I think it was. Woodfin on the line.
It's a great header, though, at the near post from Noel McNamara. He came in unmarked, flicked the header in, and was saved on the line by Nield, but it looks like it would have been Woodfin who was lingering in offside position.
McCabe on the other end. Sorry to cut you off. It's Wilson. It's Schmitzy. It's a goal! No, it's not. It's offside up the other end.
Wow, what a turn of events. From an offside goal from a corner at one end to another fantastic one from Modbury. And got to have to see that on replay, how close that was. But what an excellent contortion of his body there, Francesco Schmitzy, to get that on target. He's just returning to the field of play now. He might have had a run in with the fence there, it looks like. He's limping after that one. But excellent ball from the youngster Lachlan Wilson. And unfortunately, he's straight offside there, Francesco. So
we've just gone from end to end. We thought we'd just seen goals number 2 and 3, but not to be, as Satira now, top of the box. Try to link up with Cittadini. Castaneda. Cittadini looking for Satira again. He's in the box. Little scoop over the top. Wilson gets there first. Satira again. Modbury Jets struggling to clear their lines at the moment. Walls, little ball into the back post. Cittadini can't win it. Falls to Hamish Gow!
And that's an error. You're really expecting to be hitting the target there, Hamish Gow. He scored a volley last week. Scored an excellent goal just from outside the box tonight. So he's on fire at the moment, but he didn't make the most of that opportunity there. And Modbury Jets get away with another one.
So from what looked to be a little bit of a stalemate, this game's just rifled up a notch. 2 disallowed goals and then a shot from Hamish Gow just past the far post. Satira still looking to cause some havoc here for Wall. It's Satira again. His ball to no one in particular, ends up with Ryan Nield, the goalkeeper for Modbury Jets. He looks long for McCabe. Schmitzy ends up winning the header. It falls to McCabe. Keeps it in. And it's Satira back there with a last line challenge. Schmitzy looked to be held, but no free kick. MetroStars demanding more quality from their players down here. You probably can hear in the effects, Mike.
Yeah, it looks like Cittadini's been holding that role up top now in this formation that MetroStars are playing in possession. So he's not had as much time to be dribbling at his defenders, which he's most likely used for. But at the moment, he's occupying that central role.
Modbury Jets just slipping to what looks like a back 5 in that defensive effort that time round, and Nagel not happy with the attention he's receiving from Lachlan Wilson on that far side. The ball ends up all the way back to Jones, who looks for Satira, finds him. A little bit more patient here by Metro as Francesca, referee plays advantage, so it's Gow now on the ball. He runs at the defence, they give him a go. He has a go.
He's gone near post this time, and Neild's been equal to it. There's a good attacking run from Hamish Gow there, and obviously, as you were saying, as the Modbury Jets team retreat into their defensive half, they probably didn't get anyone to get the attention of Hamish Gow, as he had a free run there on the top of the box, and he had all the time in the world to line up a shot. Went to try and cut it across the goalkeeper, but he read it best, and it's another corner for MetroStars.
Cittadini goes over and puts the ball down, but looks like Gow's going to come over and take this one. Look to be in a similar area where he puts it right on top of the goalkeeper's head. He does do that. He looks for the near post that time, though. Modbury can't clear. It's Cittadini. One way or the other. Inside. Slips. Satira. He slips. Makeda. He can't clear. McCabe was away with some space ahead of him, but a great challenge there to stop that by Cittadini. Wall trying to sneak a few yards on the throw-in. In the end, he just throws it to Makeda, but it's over his head, and Wall has to go back and win it again. Wilson looks for Detroyer, finds Detroyer. Detroyer comes inside his defender, Cittadini. He beats him. Detroyer gets into there. Makeda at the back post. McCabe let it go past him. Makeda tried to find McCabe on the return, but was cleared by Jones. A little bit of a good run there by Detroyer coming in on the inside of his defender.
Good dummy there as well from Hamish McCabe to let it fall to Makeda. I thought he was going to cut in there and have a strike, as he did in the cup, which inevitably went down as an own goal in the end, but he opted that time to look for the 1-2 with Hamish McCabe and was on the same wavelength, and MetroStars clear.
Wilson to Detroyer. Back to Wilson. Wall. Can't find Giuseppe Makeda. Got a couple of people listening in their lounge rooms, a lot warmer than what we are.
Yeah,
Adelaide
City cooled down a bit.
Director Angelo Costanzo is listening in with his mum and dad tonight, so hope you're a lot warmer than what we are.
Yeah, it definitely has cooled down a bit since the start of the game. We said it was probably looked colder than it was in the end, but now that fog's come over, my feet are definitely cold up here, but the rest of my body's all right.
An action-packed weekend full of football, mate. This is the first one of many over the 3 leagues. Any other games you're looking forward to in the other leagues this weekend?
Massive on a State League 1, Sturt Lions versus Playford. That's it's going to be one of the form clashes this week as well, and I think playing at Sturt's home ground as well, they're always going to want to get a good result there, so I'm looking forward to see how that one pans out. A couple of other fixtures in the league are going to be interesting as well. I'd like to see if Uni can continue on their streak of coming back after getting a few dropped points in the last few weeks, but we've got a tough test this week, and it'll be interesting to see.
That ball can't find Makeda. Yes, as you were saying, Sturt have just come from literally bottom after a few rounds to now in the top 6, as have Adelaide City in the NPL, who were in that relegation zone for much of the first half of the season. They're now in the top 6 in the NPL.
Yeah, we're talking about that. We just got confirmation of the women's game that's going on at the moment, Sturt Lions women and Adelaide City women in the WNPL. It's been a cracker there as well. 6-4 to Adelaide City, so Sturt Lions really made a contest of it at least.
Francesca looks to go from distance. Francesca!
What a finish! Unbelievable from the captain.
Pick that one out.
That's what you call captain fantastic from Jessie Francesca. Absolutely rifling that one like a traction engine.
Goodness gracious me, you're not going to see much better than that this weekend.
Just came across it perfectly, and it looked like it didn't deviate at all as it went in off the post there, and that's what you want to see from Modbury Jets. About 20 or so minutes left in this game now, and it's all to play for.
Jessie Francesca has launched an absolute rocket from almost 40 yards into the top right-hand corner. And this one is tied at 1 apiece here at Smith Partner Stadium. And we see MetroStars going straight to their bench. Coming off, number 14 is Eduardo Castaneda.
He wasn't the booking there, so it is going to be Fortunato to come on and see if he can create some more history book memories for MetroStars. But what a finish there. Jesse Franceschi's been on fire the last few weeks as well. Obviously, some of them coming from the penalty spot, but if anyone wanted to call him a penalty merchant, that's closed their mouths for now.
So we mentioned early on, I can't remember if it was pre-game or early on, we said Jesse Franceschi's taken all their penalties and that's all he scored this year, but he's well and truly put that up us tonight with an absolute rocket to get his team back in this one. And Modbury Jets with some sort of ascendancy now. A little bit of a scrappy free kick, but you see MetroStars went straight to their bench, didn't they? As soon as that ball went in, Jackson Fortunato has come on. As we mentioned earlier, he scored those 2 goals in that semi-final here last year. And they were very late goals, so as Wall misses that one, goes past a couple. Francesca goes all the way back to his goalkeeper. Kneeled under pressure from Satira. Looks for Schmitzi up high. He does well to bring it down, but doesn't find Wilson, but it falls to Wilson now. He gets it to Schmitzi.
Getting a bit scrappy out there. No one keep the ball.
Can he get into the box and have a shot himself? He does, but fails to really pressure the goalkeeper, and it's a comfortable save that time round. The MetroStars still got young Lachlan Zappler on the bench as well. They need to find a little bit more going forward, but for now it's Gao and Satira trying to link up. Satira looks to be cramping up out there at the moment, just trying to stretch that out. Jackson Walls will take this throw in.
Got a touch there, did you, Connie?
Just got a little bit of a touch there. Got another update, mate, of that game. It's 6-5.
So I don't know what happened at Sturt this week, but we were talking earlier in the podcast this week that they hadn't scored a goal since, I think, round 3, about 600 or so minutes ago. And scoring 5 goals tonight. And if you don't win after scoring 5 goals, well, you really feel quite bad.
So just repeating that down at Corinna, I think it is tonight. Adelaide City 6, Sturt Lions 5 in the WNPL as Modbury Jets go forward through Detroit, who doesn't find anybody. Maybe confused ambition with ability that time round, trying to play that one through with the outside of his foot. It's MetroStars now, and that is ability there from Cittadini with the outside of his foot. He gets into the box, tries to find Satira on the return, but can't do so. Clearance goes all the way to Jones, who tried to control that with his throat. Lucky enough, it falls now for MetroStars. It's Fortunato. Walls, Cittadini. Cittadini let go there, but he gets...
It's a big challenge there from Cameron Tompkins there, but as I've been told and been noted in the last few games that I've seen, that if the player is offside, it almost doesn't matter what challenge happens after that. You see it in the Premier League, you see it in all leagues now, that you might have a late challenge, but if it was called and confirmed that he's offside, or she's offside, then it doesn't matter what you do after, apparently.
Yeah, in some ways it's could be dangerous. You don't want to see anyone getting hurt, especially after the whistle's blown, which is a good thing we don't have VAR here in these leagues, because the VAR causes that problem. But it's Modbury Jets going forward. Again, Detroit can't find anybody in a blue shirt. Cittadini allowed to run at the defenders again. He's closed down by Wilson. Wilson does well to corral him and force him backwards somewhat. The ball into the box isn't going to trouble the goalkeeper. It's goal cross-catching there. Practice is the word I'm trying to get out.
Yeah, again, it was another cross that was too aerially sound.
That's a decent ball from Wall. Sorry to cut you off there, but I thought that was going to slip through to Schmitzi.
I did as well, but yeah, that's another cross that was just a bit too aerially sound. And when you haven't got a presence like Nagamatsu in the box or Temelkovski even, then you're not really going to get any contact onto that, especially with a tall timber at the back here for Modbury Jets and Paul Wilson.
Schmitzi's touch forward can't find any of his teammates. Makeda fights for it. In the end, he gets a block in, and it's still in possession with Francesca. As that ball goes out for a throw-in. Alessio, one thing I forgot to mention, or maybe haven't got the chance to, is that Josh Hernandez, formerly of the Modbury Jets, he's had to go back over to where I think he's from overseas.
Canada, maybe?
Yeah, so his visa ran out, and they had some sort of problem getting that renewed, so he's had to leave Modbury Jets, so they're down sort of that experienced player on the bench.
Yeah, well, I did notice that obviously when we looked through the lineups tonight, and in the last few weeks he's been on the bench obviously the last couple, but to see him not at all in the team this week, and it was mentioned last week that it was his last game for the club until he fixes that issue with his passport and visa. But he's a big miss, and obviously Modbury Jets went to the bench at halftime, make a couple of substitutions, and they're probably the most likely of the youngsters that have made some first team appearances. The rest of them, probably besides Luca Trimboli, haven't made as many as those two. But it's a free kick now on the edge of the box, and it looks like, I don't think anyone's taken this off the captain, Francesca, after a strike from probably similar range. He just scored about 10 or 15 minutes earlier. I'd love to see if he puts another one on target here, but he's obviously got some tall timber that has gone to the back post for this if he chooses to float it in. But we'll see what he can do. About 15 minutes to go with added time as well. Love to see a winner in this game. Top of the table clash. A lot of home support here.
Bit of deja vu about it. It's in the same spot. He doesn't shoot. He clips it to the back post. And it had to be dealt with at the back post by the MetroStars. Goes out for a corner now. McCabe heads over with the captain, Francesca. You got Giuseppe Makeda on the edge of the box, so 3 out, but now it looks like they're all going to go in, and this one's just going to be put into the mixer. It's going to be delivered by the captain, Francesca. It's a deep one to the back post. Wilson's there. The linesman flag has gone up on the far side. It's going to be a corner from the other corner flag.
It was a tough one to see. I thought they were all trying to signal for maybe a handball, but it possibly was that the person who headed it was already past the byline there. And it's going to be another corner for Modbury Jets. See what they can do here. Another packed penalty spot as well in front of Cody Ostrike there in the goals.
It's going to be Francesca who just waltzes over to take this one. It's going to swing away from the goals. Maybe a bit more beneficial this time round. It's into the mixer. Wilson was caught behind his opponent and gives away a free kick, as looks like MetroStars making another change down here. It's going to be that of Lachlan Zappler replacing Christian Satira, who we saw stretching a bit of look like cramp earlier, but he's had a very good game again, hasn't he?
Yeah, he was really influential in the first half, and especially in the start of the second half, right in front of us here on the touchline. Probably, obviously, as you said, with this cold weather, he's probably got some cramp in there, and you obviously got Lachlan Zappler coming back from suspension in the last couple of weeks and injury as well. So see him come back in the lineup, see what he can do, the youngster, and see if they can push back this Modbury Jets defensive line.
Jones goes long for Cittadini, who's met solidly by Tompkins, who's not afraid to make a challenge by the looks. Wilson gets across to this one with Cittadini. Referee signals a corner, so up the other end for MetroStars. Can they capitalise on this one? Chances in this second half have been all up the other end of Modbury, including that wonder strike from Jesse Francesca. It's going to be delivered by Gow into the mixer. It's out the other side for another corner.
Seems like the fog is really spreading itself out as well now. It's over the whole across the pitch on that side now. But looked like that was trying to be a flick on there at the near post for MetroStars, and maybe got a deflection on the way out. But looked like Ryan Neal was really no ends land there. He didn't really see much of that ball, so we have another opportunity here now, Metro.
Looks like Chittadini's taken this one in the fog. It's a deeper ball to the back post. Up was Jones. It's spilt by the keeper, but he takes it on the second occasion. There's a player down behind play, so Curtis Wordsworth brings a halt to Ryan Neal as he wanted to get on that one rather quickly. Looks like Paul Wilson's the player down, holding his left leg of some sort. I can barely see in the fog. There's a nice close-up shot.
It might be Francesca.
I think it's Wilson, Paul Wilson, I believe. I think Francesca's standing over him, asking if he's okay.
Yep.
Is somewhat injury-prone Wilson. He's had a fairly good run so far this season. Obviously no Tim Henderson tonight for the Modbury Jets. He sits over there watching his team. Unfortunately, wasn't able to get up for this one. Wilson looks like he's going to be okay to continue because they are rather short defensively on the bench. Modbury Jets. Tatani, Siani and Trimboli, the outfield players left if Morris Natali chooses to use them. MetroStars, Alizada, Pedicini and Lipiello still left on their bench. So play restarts. Solid header. It's Chittadini. This will test Wilson out. Neild was good enough to come off his line and collect that one. Maybe saving Wilson a sprint into the box. Detroyer skips inside.
He's had a good start to this half as well as Daniel Detroyer on that right fullback position. He seems to be getting a lot of run forward and getting a lot of dribbles inside as well. So he's getting nice and high in this half, and that's good to see from Modbury Jets.
Wilson
from here again
plays forward. McKay brings it down on his chest, but it falls now for Detroyer. McCabe back to Detroyer, clips it into the box, and a golden chance.
Skamitsi there
goes over the crossbar.
Maybe he had the same visibility issues as us up here as that one came across there to Francesco and just leant back a bit too much and he lifted that one over the bar.
He looks in disbelief that he's actually done that. He's had a good season so far. Has Shimitzi. He's scored 8 or 9 goals in the league this season, as has Hamish McCabe. So pretty lethal duo up front for Modbury Jets. Probably explains why they're in the position they're in. Walls finds Fortunato in some space, but he just turns out and ends up going all the way back to McNamara. He looked up and there's just a wall of blue in front of him. So the Modbury Jets have done a lot better this half to smother the MetroStars in their half. This ball goes to Chittadini now. Wilson looks like he's struggling a little bit. Chittadini, can he get it into the box? No, he can't. It goes out for a corner. Wilson just looked to struggle on that last play, didn't he, there?
Yeah, it looked like, I think Chittadini, though, was so quick to the ball there that he decided to stay back there and probably mark the space instead there, as Chittadini was moving very quickly to take him on 1v1.
Just under 10 minutes to go. This ball's put into the box. Header looked to come off of the head of one of the MetroStars defenders, and that's definitely come off of Jesse Francesca that time round. 7 minutes of normal time to play. It's a Modbury Jets 1, the MetroStars 1. Both teams down to 10 men early on in this game. As Walls looks to put this one in the box. Can't get it past Tompkins, who clears
Looks like they are readying a substitution here. Liparello was getting ready to strip his bib off, and
Morris Natali demanding a little bit of smart game sense there by Makeda to let the ball run so he could get back. Gow on the ball, deft little touch inside. Fortunato looking for Zappler. Cittadini back to Zappler. He gets into the box. Is this the chance for the MetroStars? Oh, Woodfin with the audacious little backheel flick that almost found its way into the back of the net.
yeah, I seem to remember a couple of players in their warm-up did a couple of those finishes in their crossing and shooting drill. Thought he might have found the net there again, but this occasion it was a bit too central.
Jones and Skamitzi in a race, and Jones puts that one into the car park. MetroStars looking to make that substitution quite soon. Next out is the call. To throw in for the Modbury Jets as we restart. Whoa. Makeda in an offside position. And here is that change for MetroStars. Ricardo Lipiello is the man to come on. Replacing Cameron Woodfin is the man that's going to be coming off. Got another score update down at Carina there, have you, mate?
Yeah, it looks like it's 6-6 there in that game. I don't know, it's got to be some record, I'm sure, for the most goals in a game. There's probably been a couple of higher wins than that, but a draw of that level is just ridiculous to see, and a point would be plenty for Sturt to get if they could, but after scoring that many goals, I'm sure he'd be very disappointed not to take all three.
Gow looking to send MetroStars forward to see if they can find their second goal and probably snatch victory here against the top of the table Modbury Jets. Walls, MetroStars, sorry, come all the way back out. McNamara plays the ball to Nagel. He decides to come inside with the ball. Now it comes across to Jones. Jones gets it out wide to Zappler now. Zappler squares up Wall. Can he get the ball into the box? He can. He beats one. It's Scott Nagel that found his way into the box there. Unfortunately for him, it wasn't on his preferred left foot. It was on his right, and it's gone out for a goal kick. Closer to a throw-in than a shot on target. We're into the 87th minute here on a foggy, wet Friday night as that ball goes forward, and Wilson not looking to play out that time, and it's like the Jets looking to make their third change, their second available opportunity to do so. That ball goes out for a throw-in. Play will stop now. It is going to be a substitution. It's going to be Joku Wall. Looks like he's coming off. He's unsure of that at the moment, as he makes his way off now. Coming on, number 14, Bayar Siani. Related to Shiko Siani, who plays for Adelaide Olympic. Adelaide Olympic Reserves, that is. Straight in to take the throw in. His first bit of action. So Makeda Walls headers it out for another throw in, so take two, just a little bit further up the pitch. Jones clears. Lipiello chases down, puts a bit of body on Wilson. Wilson with a bit of a high foot. Both players with a bit of a high foot that time round. Play on, says the referee. Nagel's header back. It's dealt with by McNamara. Now it's Nagel. Gets those veteran legs going, does Nagel. Now he's got to either win this one or, I was going to say he had to sprint back, but he probably gets to now just to walk back because it's gone out for a goal kick.
Yeah, there's a couple minutes left here. It's almost getting into added time, and both teams obviously made quite a few substitutions now, so you're hoping that one of those can come to fruition and win this game for them, but just at the moment the game seems a bit void of chances.
The Modbury Jets look like they're going to ready one last substitution, one last hurrah maybe to snatch this result. Looks like Marco Tatani's going to be brought on in the dying stages if they get a chance to do so. As Jones wins that header, goes up for the second header. McCabe wins the second header. The referee blows a free kick for the MetroStars. Schmitzi's not happy with Hamish Gow. Maybe we're not going to see anything that we saw in the first half, which is good. Hamish Gow smart enough to walk away, and here is that substitution. It's going to be the man who had that last real decent chance in Francesco Schmitzi. Doesn't find the score sheet tonight, and is number 3, Marco Tatani, to come on for the last. I think we're almost in injury time, so we've hit the 90 minutes. Unsure of how long we're actually going to have as the Hamish Gow nearly turns it over, but Walls ends up with it now.
Want to see some magic here at Smith Partner Stadium, as we usually get here.
Siani gets a foot in. Is there a winner in this game, Alessio?
I hope so.
So we're into that first additional minute now. Probably expect maybe 2, maybe 3 max. We've only had the 1 goal. We haven't had all the drama like we did in the first half. MetroStars go forward. Tompkins, Tatani. He goes all the way back to the goalkeeper in Ostrike. Gow picks the ball up but can't play forward that time. He's surrounded by blue shirts. McNamara looks for Zappler. Siani does well enough. It's going to be Tatani to pick this one up, and the fresh legs of Tatani, but the experience of Walls gets across and in front of the ball for a throw-in.
Yeah, I'm not sure there'll be too much added on, but either way, this game has had a lot of drama and some fantastic finishes nonetheless in this game. Gow and Francesco absolutely ripped the net off tonight, but
McNamara again with a long ball looking for Zappler. Neild comes off his line smartly again, and I don't think Lachlan Zappler wanted anything to do with a collision there.
Yeah, especially with a couple of his recent bookings being for some late challenges, and I think both times he's been sent off have been for late challenges on players, so I think he's probably learned from that now and wants to do a bit less.
Oh, that's... Gets another chance after the whistle, and the same thing happens. Looks gassed, doesn't he? Francesco, he's put in another good shift for his team.
Covered a lot of Ks out there as well. I'm sure he wants to just put that in the air and see how long that ball can stay there and waste a bit of time, but
he might need to run a few more Ks because he might end up with a burger next week. What a goal that was. As the ball goes forward by Neild. The closing stages of this match. This game just heating up in the dying stages is this one.
Hey, Curtis, Man, don't fucking ref it, man.
Danny Greystone. Bit of coarse language to finish this game off.
Yeah,
that one.
If that was that a foul throw maybe on this near
I
side?
think
Because they've swapped the who's taking it.
I think
maybe the linesman got
I think he's pulled him because he's gone up so far. Instead of just telling him to come back, he's just reversed the throw.
I've not seen too much of that before, but I like it.
McCabe into the box. He gets in there. His shot is saved by Ostrach.
Should have squared it, I think, though. That's such a tough angle to shoot from.
Given away, though, by Wilson. Lippiello turns, finds Nagel. Is there another chance in this one for the MetroStars? Lippiello can't quite trap it, but Wilson puts it out for a throw-in, and it's still in a dangerous position. Referee Wordsworth looks at his watch.
Played about 4 minutes of added time at the moment. Usually you see about 4 or 5 in games now, so can't be too long left.
Goes backwards, though. Normally that's the sign of an end of the game for the referee. When the ball goes backwards, they blow towards the end of the game, and Danny Greystone disappointed they didn't get that one into the box, and Curtis Wordsworth does just that. He blows full time here at Smith Partners Stadium in what was an absolute ripping start to this game. We saw everything inside the first 20 minutes, Alessio. In the end, it ends up Modbury Jets 1, MetroStars 1, and Modbury Jets stay on top of the ladder for now. But what did you make of that game, mate?
Yeah, it's all you want from a top-of-the-table clash. The only thing we're missing is a winner, but of course you saw some fantastic moments in the game and some good coaching as well, and some different plays they could do to obviously trying to counteract, but both teams had 10 men in the end. But all in all, it was a good game to watch, and it's what we want to see on a Friday night. It's some frenetic football, and there's much more of it to come this weekend. A lot of live stream games tomorrow, a lot with commentary as well, the Women's League as well coming up. So
we've got a result on that women's game that's happening just before we head off. 6-all was the last update.
Not sure if it started before or after this game here, but
this game here was, it had it all here tonight here at Smith Partners Stadium. 2 red cards early on in the game. We saw Ren Nagamatsu given a straight red card for a kick out, and then we saw Matt Mullen pick up 2 yellow cards in the 16th and 20th minute to be given his marching orders. But all in all, we've seen what was a fairly decent game of football here tonight. Much more to come, as Alessio mentioned, this weekend. We've got good games tomorrow in the NPL. State League 1's always a coin toss for some of those games, and in the State League 2. Your guys have actually been in some decent form up in Mount Barker. Who have you got this week?
We've got Nollunga away, so hopefully their grass pitch is not too waterlogged after the last couple of nights. But yeah, you make sure, obviously, the State League 1 and NPL are live streamed on the weekend. But if you want to come watch these State League 2 games, you've got to make sure you come out. Big support.
It's a good night here from Smith Partners Stadium. The Modbury Jets 1, MetroStars 1.